Part 6. Did you catch it? Catch what you ponder? Is Little Miss Ivy the only person to catch them trying to pull a Jedi mind trick backdated perception lie on a chosen mind? I mean, didn't we just read how all of the Haskalah literature was mass produced to denote suffrage in a different language to imprint the new and fresh inductees' minds? If this is true, and we know that it is, who in Haiti cares about what the Haskalah literature says? But I pray thee, YouTube, I pray thee to tell me not nay, and forgive me for my outburst. Let's continue for more clues, shall we? Oh yeah, remember when I told you these particular replicas were programmed to be super smart, thus intellect driven? Check this out. First, they talk about the old guard. Quote, perhaps the most important facet of the Miskalic reform efforts was the educational one. In 1778, partisans of the movement were among the founders of the Berlin Jewish Free School, the first institute in Ashkenazi Jewry that taught general studies in addition to the reformulated and reduced traditional curriculum. This model, with different stresses, because it was reformulated with the new guys, was applied elsewhere. Joseph Pearl opened the first modern Jewish school in Galicia at Ternopil in 1813, and Eastern European Muslim opened similar institutes in the Pale of Settlements and Congress, Poland. Listen up. They all abandoned the received methods of Ashkenazi education, which was the study of the Pentateuch with the archaic medieval Yiddish translation and the exclusive focus on the Talmud as a subject of higher learning, all presided over by old school tutors who were particularly reviled in Miskalic circles. Listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up. Those people that we just talked about, listen up, listen up. Those were replaced by teachers trained in modern methods, among others in the spirit of German philanthropism, who sought to acquaint their pupils with refined Hebrew so they may understand the Pentateuch and prayers and thus better identify with their heritage. Stop. Bingo. Are you cats hearing them tell us all about themselves? Quote, thus better identify with their heritage? What's that, Little Miss Ivy? Bingo, my little apprentice. We catch them in everything they say. I've never heard of a poor philanthropist myself. Ha! Which can only mean new and fresh transformation takeover. And to prove it yet again, let's continue, please. Under transitory phenomena, quote, the Haskalah was also mainly a movement of transformation, straddling both the declining traditional Jewish society of autonomous community and cultural seclusion and the beginning of a modern Jewish public. Listen up, listen up. As noted by Fenner, everything connected with the Haskalah was dualistic in nature. Virtually all Miskalim received old-style secluded education and were young Torah scholars before they were first exposed to outside knowledge. Stop. Bam! Dualistic bingo. Also, y'all know I can't get really funky, right? As you can plainly hear, they were all well-rounded mystics themselves. You know I can't get jiggy with all of this information. But bottom line, people, these are the perfected replicas that the evildoers didn't mind the world knowing about. Yep, these are the guys they wanted to put forward. We are discovering the bridge from the old secretive regimes, where information needed to be overlaid to find them, and the new transformed changing the world for the better by screwing it up, secular Jews. I know what I just said was correct because of what they said next. Under Origins, subtitle, Effects. Quote, even as emancipation eased, integration into wider society, and assimilation prospered, the Haskalah also resulted in the creation of secular Jewish culture with an emphasis on Jewish history and Jewish identity rather than religion. Let me go back and say that again, because that's exactly what we got today. That's exactly what we got today. Let me say it one more time. Quote. Hold on, let me get it right. Even as emancipation eased, integration into wider society, and assimilation prospered, the Haskalah also resulted in the creation of secular Jewish culture with an emphasis on Jewish history and Jewish identity rather than religion. I'm going to say that one more time. One more time. Let you know who we talking about. Even as emancipation eased, integration into wider society, and assimilation prospered, the Haskalah also resulted in the creation of secular Jewish culture with an emphasis on Jewish history and Jewish identity rather than religion. Stop. Self-hating Jew bingo. I told you the Haskalah Jew, aka secular Jew, with their liberal wishes and earth-dominating dreams. But you know what? Let me stop right there. I'm going to just stop. I'm going to stop. Because I was going to do it. Let me stop because I want to go one more. I want one more, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go there because we're being Hegelianized. Understand? We got secular Jew, and who is the other one driving the other force? That's right. You got the right wing, the hardliners. We want to dig into the hardliners. Guess what? The exact same thing. They were formed and were brought forth the exact same time. Man. And they say it even more simpler than what we read just then. So, my God's will. Look for the next.